hello, and welcome back once again to The Long Dark. I'm Lonelywolf, and we're back once again in the brutally cold wilderness of Interloper. As we continue to struggle to survive. We're heading back to Coastal Highway. We're going to pick up whatever we've left behind that I deem of importance, and we're going to bring it back to Mystery Lake, and then we're going to plot our route through Pleasant Valley into Timberwolf Mountain. I thought about, waiting. We get a second wolf coat, but alright, we gotta think. 7 days for hides to cure. So we've already got one ready. We could potentially get 2 more easily within today, and probably potentially harvested today. But then we're still at 1 more that we'd have to wait on. So we'd have to hunt around for that and get that curing. And then by the time we actually get all those hides, it could be 2 or 3 days further. Then we gotta wait 7 days. So now we're at 10 days, right? And then past that point, we've got a craft, which as we've seen is at least a week's worth of time. So now we're looking at least 17 days worth of time in terms of time expenditure. And we're already at like day 48, and we want to hit Timberwolf before day 60. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go as cold as we are, and we'll just make sure we take plenty of resources, take our time, light plenty of fires, stay warm, whatever it takes. We will get to the summit, we will get the goodies, we'll haul them out, we'll get prepped and ready to go, and we will either decide to attempt to survive for a little while in Timberwolf Mountain, or we'll say screw it all and we'll just bounce out of there with our hides and shoot straight into Mystery Lake, take a brief stop at Trapper's Cabin, stock up, and prepare for a run into Milton. It seems to me to be the best course of action. I could wait until I get a second wolfskin coat, but that's going to push time way out the window. We don't want to wait that long. We're already well behind the temperature curve, and we are at that point because I didn't spread my time properly like I could have. We very easily could have adjusted how we played earlier on in the run to get some more deer goodies before and get a lot more of our wolf goodies far sooner on in the run than we ended up doing. So that's put us at a disadvantage. We could have been prepped for this 10 days prior, give or take, depending on how things worked out. Obviously, it's partially always dependent upon which region you spawn in, etc. We also did the whole let's hunt the wolf or the moose thing. Like, I'm not complaining about that whole thing, but in terms of priorities, we arguably could have gone to Timberwolf Mountain first. It is Interloper, so total amount of loot is far less compared to Stalker and Voyager, so we wouldn't have been anywhere near as overloaded in any way, shape, or form. So there's that. We could have, so that would have cut out between hunting the moose, harvesting him, prepping, and then crafting the satchel. Yeah, we're looking at 12 days we spent, which is that probably 6 to 12 days, somewhere in that range, on just dealing with the moose. So if you cut that out, and then you cut out, wasted time, where we could have done a few more things while we were there, i.e., especially with deer carcasses. Yeah, we're definitely looking at probably a 15-day sooner run up Timberwolf Mountain, which if we had the wolfskin coat 15 days sooner, made it to Timberwolf Mountain, we would have been a lot better off on the temperature curve than where we are right now. But it's okay, we'll still persevere, we'll still get there. Of course the wind's gotta be in my face. Angry, angry wind. It is not content to just sit there and let me do my thing as I please. Which makes me sad. But it's okay, we'll survive. We're already halfway there. A quick trip to fishing camp. It's not bad at all. This is probably one of the easiest interregional treks that you can do, apart from going through Carter Hydro Dam through the environs and to Signal Hill. That's probably the quickest and easiest transition that I can think of for interregional things that actually have a lengthy transition. You think Mystery Lake to Forlorn Muskeg, it's not bad at all, but to get to anywhere in shelter, decent shelter, it's a bit of a trip. Here you've got, you know, the trailer here. You've got the 2 caves if you need either one down the rope and one above in the ravine. I mean, there's a lot of spots you can stop and shelter. But this is, in terms of the distance we're going for an interregional journey, not bad at all. We're just gonna eat this to rid ourselves of any remaining smell we might have had on us. And we'll boogie. Or I could have held on to it for wolf bait, but the odds of a wolf being this high up are super slim. Also, I mentioned we get the cattails when we came back down. I lied. We would if we weren't so blasted cold, but we're blasted cold, so if we see a quick one, we might catch it. Otherwise, we're just gonna keep pushing. Just trying to get to fishing camp, reorganize, warm up, shove on out again. We want to spend as little time here as possible. Just trying to get stuff together before we push through to Pleasant Valley and Timberwolf Mountain. I'm fairly comfortable with the journey ahead. I've made it multiple times. As far as planning and routing goes, it's not a serious adventure. In terms of unplanned shenanigans, I guess you could say. I mean, there's still a lot of opportunity for things to go south and quickly and bad, but there's also plenty of areas to rest, to stop up, to prepare. So it's not bad at all. Oh, I've already checked you. Haha. Give me your feathers, though. Got the bow out just in case a wolf actually ends up being in this little vale. It is possible, though very rare. They'll typically come up over that hill or over that hill. But again, very rare. We're just coming back to get a fair bit of water, so we don't have to worry about cooking water. The last bits of our food, which we'll probably end up using some of the raw stuff for bait on the journey back. We're gonna rest up for a little bit just to get warm. Actually, it looks like the weather might be going foggy, which is okay. Fog is fine, storm is not. This goes stormy, bad juju. Foggy, we're good. Don't mind a little fog. Could take the mountaineering rope, but that's 11 pounds of no thank you. Grab the meat. Grab that for now. We'll head in and see what I've left behind that I want to take. Probably clothing. Got the venison. Probably wasted it, honestly. We hunted that before we got the intestinal parasite, so I was still under the impression I would need to be surviving even longer. How much water do I have on my person at the moment? Not a lot. Alright, that gets us to there. One cured gut I'll take. One cured deer hide. Black bear hide's doing alright. Whetstone's ruined. We grab the shoes, which is water. Alright, so we can basically just grab one more water if we want. We could grab that flare. What am I sitting at on flares? Oh, 2. We still have 2. Flares that much. We'll leave it here. Let us make a note that we're leaving stuff behind. There we go. That'll do. Yeah, so we said we're gonna warm up. Calm that down because we got the room for it. We'll sleep for 1 hour. Should get us to completely warm. Fill back up some of the rest I've lost due to sprinting. Build hypothermia so we're warm. Good. Good. Alright, yeah, let's boogie. Let's grab a bit more of the meat, a bit more sticks. So we've got one.
To drop some gear.
We'll take 2 of those for bait. Got 46, 47, 48, 49, 50 sticks. Let's go. After a good old game of pick up sticks. We're going to use this bait to drop any wolves off our trail. We come across them. Should drop that, right? Yep. Typically picks the most damaged item in your inventory to drop. Now it's just time for the journey backward. It's still cold. You know, it's later in the day. And we do have the wolfskin coat on. We just gotta make some repairs to the socks, the other things. Yeah, we got some repairs we do need to make, but we're sitting pretty good. Pretty comfortable with where we are. It's good enough for a trip. Bag some wolves while we're there, bring the hides back. No problem. More direct route? More shielded route. Go for the more shielded route. Fog like this out, it pays to play safe. It pays to play safe. What's behind me? Scented or no, though, is the question. Have I been? Have I not been? I don't know. You don't know. It's only 1 scent bar. It's not terrible at all. You can already hear the waterfall. It's not a bad little trip, this. Even in the fog. Brightly lit, it's not the most dense of fog you can get. We can actually see for a little ways. Got our fuel, that was the most important bit, so we've got the last vestiges of that bear meat. Got plenty of water. Won't need to cook for a little while anyway. Bear meat plus cattails will keep me going for a fair bit longer yet. Still got some howlings going on behind. Trying to minimize time on steep slope for sprint or sprain risk. I have a feeling we're gonna get a sprain. We're pretty overloaded. You looky there? We got lucky. Up to 17. Yeah, we can totally do a Timberwolf mountain run at this. It'll be colder there, but if we time it right and abuse our condition, we can just get up to the top in the first day, no problem. Then all we have to do after that is worry about getting back down with the loot, which is a simple 1 hour trip down the front face of the mountain. No super big deal. Coming up here to get the corpse's feathers if he's got any more on him, or search him if I haven't yet. I don't know if I have. Probably have. Yeah, I have. I'm not seeing any feathers, sadly. Oh, I lied. There's one. They're cold. Let's keep moving. We're also smelly. Let's keep moving. Gonna burn a little bit more condition on the way back, but... Alright, here's where we're gonna lose the sprain. Or not. The new sprain system they've made, it's actually better off to spend less time on the slopes now. Before you would think being crouched would have a reduction in sprain chance. Under the current tuning, that's not the case. So provided you can go up or down the slope as quickly as possible, it's the best plan. To just move as quickly as you can. Get off that slope risk. Being encumbered and being tired makes it worse as well. Being hungry, I don't think has an effect on it. Not positive. I don't think it does. And being cold or thirsty doesn't. At this point, we're just interested in getting back. Plus, it's almost nighttime, so we want to burn some of that fatigue bar down. Even though with the intestinal parasites, we can just sleep it straight right back on. How much is missing due to the IP? We're nearly out of berry meat, though. I still have some wolf meat we can cook back up to 50% while I've got the IP to eat. As we make our journey back across to Timberwolf Mountain, we'll get a little bit of food while we're there. That won't be a big deal. And now we've entered pea soup. I'm gonna get back quickly. We've burned a lot of condition today. We still have well fed despite the fact it's not showing it on my condition, probably because of the IP. I have a feeling they cancel. Although it showed it early. I don't know. Again, the game's been glitched for a little bit on this save, so we'll see. We're nearly back. A little bit further to go. Gotta go through this tunnel, around the other side, across the loading area, across the tree bridge, and wha-bam, we're back at Mystery Lake. Good old Ravine. I wish there were a few more regions like Ravine. I hope as they continue to add regions, perhaps we'll get more transition regions. Currently, the only 3 we have are Ravine, Old Island Connector between Coastal Highway and Distillation Point, and the Carter Hydro Dam environs. I don't count the mines as actual transition zone. They're not an actual mini region you can survive in. You can potentially survive in environs, you can potentially survive in Old Island Connector, and you can definitely survive in Ravine. Yeah, I hope they definitely add more transition regions as they add more regions. Be a definite plus for me. Got the bow. I want to check its condition. Where are we sitting on the bow? 62%, so we have 31 more shots we can take with it. I left some maple behind down there, come to think of it, and birch. Alright, 31 more shots. We're only going to Timberwolf. Yeah, we'll definitely be back in time, plus we'll catch some more saplings along the way, and I think I have 1 or 2 at Mystery Lake. Oh, I'm not positive. Come to think of it, I can't recall that. Might have been something we should have thought about grabbing while we were there. The lightweight. I'm not turning around now. We're too cold. A. B. Too tired. And C. Waste of time. At this point, just bite the bullet and keep going. Don't need the bow out while we're in here. There's no predators. If we get a chance to make a fire, this fog goes away. We'll make a fire to cook up some of that birch tea we've got prepared. Help boost our condition up. I suppose I could take some herbal tea as well if I wanted, but I don't. I want to save that for some more dire circumstances. We're nowhere near dire. The only thing we're in is whatever I put myself into. Which means I can pull myself out of it. And no, don't tell me I'm lying. I pulled myself out of much worse. I pulled myself out of that wolf attack earlier in the run. Oh, that was a good time when I made everyone think the series was over because I got jumped by the wolf. If you're just popping into the series now and haven't been here since the beginning, the full set of episodes, I go back through, I think it's around episode 30 somewhere. There's one titled End of an Era, and then watch the one right after that. Oh yeah, I pulled a quick one on everyone because why not? I thought it was funny. I don't think everyone else thought it was funny though. Holy cow, birch is literally like everywhere. I cleared this place out on the way up, I packed some of it back in on the way down. Now we're picking more up on the way back through again, like holy cow. Birch is hyper renewable. And birch used to be completely worthless. I'm super glad they added the birch bark tea to the game, even though I've not actually used it yet.
It hurts. Oh, it hurts.
I don't know why you're complaining about your stomach, buddy. We're fine. You don't have food poisoning. Just got intestinal parasites. Ain't nothing we haven't had for a couple of days already. Ain't nothing that's been glitched out that we'll just have to forcibly kick out at some point or another. But you know, I still have predator meat I want to eat, so I'm going to abuse this intestinal parasites as long as I can. Plus, not gonna lie, that reduced rest is helping a lot for my short trips and things that I'm doing. I can actually sleep at night. I can sleep till it's warm outside. I mean, come on now, what's not to appreciate about intestinal parasites? I thought getting IP and Loper would be a run ender. That's no big deal. I'm gonna cry when it just glitches its way out though and I still have predator meat I want to eat. And I'll just eat it anyway to get the IP back. Okay, I lied, I probably wouldn't do that, but still. Alright, where's Mr. Wolf? I am prepped and ready. And dome your head. Mr. Wolf! Awoo! Hello? Hello? Anyone home? Hello? Hello? You here? Okay, that's no. Come back for him in a while. But for now, that's going to be it for this episode. I've been Lonelywolf, and I hope you guys did enjoy. I'll catch you guys in the next one. As always, stay safe and stay warm out there.